We are ready for our last task in the Google Sheets chart activities. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add a sheet to this existing file. I'm going to double click the tab. I'm going to rename the sheet to Wages. I'm going to set up my spreadsheet. In cell A1, I want you to type the word state. In cell B1, the word minimum wage. Here is a list of my 10 states I have chosen. Again, yours should be different. You should have no more than one or two of the same states. There's 50 to choose from. Now we're ready to look for the minimum wage information. So what we want to know is what is the minimum wage in each one of these states. You're going to want to open a new tab, and we're just going to type in the address bar, whatever your state is. So I'll start with West Virginia. And I want minimum wage. And you can see it is already popping up. So if I press enter, I can see that it's $8.75. I'm going to take that and put it back into my table in my spreadsheet. Okay, I'll give you another example. Alaska minimum wage. You can see it pops up right away. It's also $8.75. So I'm going to put that into my table. Okay, let's see. Let's do one more. I'm going to click into the address bar. Hawaii minimum wage, $7.75. So you're going to be putting these data points into your spreadsheet. I have now collected my data. So I have my 10 states and their 10 minimum wages per state. I used a Google search in a new tab to get that information. So what we want to do first is we want to format this for currency because we're dealing with money. You should see format as currency. We use that for the belongings as well. That gives it decimal places and a dollar sign. Okay, I think we're ready to do a little formatting. I'm going to highlight. I'm going to apply borders. Make a different border for this one. I'm going to change the heading items to a different font. I'm going to increase the size of the heading items, bold the heading items. I'm going to change the font of the subheading items, the data. Let's see, I like this one. And I'm just going to make that a little bit larger. And then I'm going to do fill. Now you can do each one different if you want. I'm going to leave that up to you. I'm going to fill with a dark color, change the font to a light color, fill dark color. What goes with that? How about blue? And then I'm going to change the font to a light contrasting color. And then if you want to, you can center. I'm going to highlight just these cells and I'm going to center align everything so it looks nice and clean. And then the last thing is the column width. If you click between the column headings, you might need to make the column width wider so that the state names aren't cut off. Okay, now we're ready to make our chart. So I'm going to highlight all the data in my fancy table. I'm going to go to either the Insert Chart button on the formatting toolbar right here, or go to Insert and down to Chart. Same thing, get you to the same place. We want a bar chart, so I'm going to go over to Chart Types. We already made a column chart, so I want a bar chart. So I'm going to scroll down until I see the first bar chart. That's the one we want. I'm going to go to the Customization tab. We're going to change the title a little bit. I'm going to change minimum wage in states. And again, if you want to change the color of that, I'm going to kind of coordinate it with my table. Make it a little bit bigger. Might have to adjust that later. Legend, this really does not need a legend. So I'm going to put none. And it's going to make that legend disappear. Let's see. I would like the font. Now again, you don't have a whole lot of choices, but I am going to change the font. And I'm going to change a background color just to make it bright. Now you can go through here and kind of fool with things, but you'll see that it will drastically change the appearance of your chart. So be careful with what you change. We do want a horizontal axis. Dollars per hour. And change that to the purpley color. Okay, do you see that comes up right there? I'm going to go ahead and bold it and maybe make it a little bit bigger. Okay, and then the vertical obviously is the name of the state. I'm going to change the color to match, make it a little bit bigger, maybe bold it. Ooh, that was the axis labels. Did you see that? I clicked the wrong bold, but that'll work too. I want to change the axis labels so that they're a nice blue color. There we go. Okay, scrolling down, let's see what else do we need. Got our series. If you want to change this color, now keep in mind you can't change everything individually, so you kind of have to deal with what color it gives you. Data labels, let's do the value. I like that. Nice and clear. If you want to change the color on that, I'll do that blue maybe. So you have your chart down here, it tells you dollars per hour, but then it actually tells you what this state's number was, so you don't even have to figure it out by looking at the chart. I think we're ready. I'm going to click Insert. It covers my data table, so I'm going to grab the chart, move it to the right, and I'm going to make it larger so that it fits my screen. And you can see it changes a little bit. You can see all the labels for the states. They are not cut off now like in the preview window. So this looks good. Maybe I change my mind. I want to do the title blue. I mean, little things, little adjustments you can make now, but this is pretty much done. You know, if I want the x-axis labels, make them bold. Maybe I want those ones to be blue as well. Little changes you can make when you're done. But I would say this chart's customized. It shows me each state and it shows their data. And I think this task 3 assignment is good. So this is a bar chart using state minimum wage information. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, it's done.